Peony Miraidon. I played it at my league challenge, and I'm sending it off with a bang. My name is Rahul Reddy. I decided to attend a league challenge because it's really close to my house, and I haven't actually played a challenge since almost October, which is crazy to think about because that was 5 months ago. Basically, each season you're allowed to get 6 league challenges and 6 League Cup finishes. Your best 6 count towards your World Championship invite. And in my first 7 league challenges, I won 4 of them and I got second at 2. So improving on the 2 second places felt like a huge chore because you have to go undefeated at that point at any of these small best of 1 tournaments, and variance can always happen. And I didn't really feel like driving anywhere past like 25 minutes to play a league challenge when I don't really need to. So my local store was doing a challenge, about a 20-minute drive total, all local roads. But the caveat is on the way home, I can hit the gym. So I had Peony Miraidon built, and I haven't actually given this deck a whirl. I've been meaning to go to a couple of challenges and maybe a cup or two, but I've just been skipping them. Like I've had 2 cups that I had scheduled for myself that I didn't go to, and 2 challenges as well that I ended up not going to. And Peony Miraidon was the deck I wanted to play at the first one at least, to kind of give it a whirl and see how it feels. That being said, I never got that chance to do so, so I figured this would be the tournament to do it. Let me go through the list with you guys, and then I'll break down how I finished. I played 2 copies of Mew EX. You want to make sure you need Mew EX to like keep drawing you cards, because if you need a peony at some points in the game, you just don't get to like have a hand sometimes. Like maybe you need a peony for like a switching effect and a generator potentially, and then you have to draw 3 cards to keep your momentum going into future turns, because next turn you might need a boss, next turn you might need something else. Like this turn we're set, sure, but like yeah. So Mew is great for that, and it's a free retreater, which is really important in a deck like this where you don't really have a ton of free retreat options. 2 Miraidon, you need to find your pieces, and Nest Ball and VIP Pass will get you there early game, and you just go from there. Squawkabilly and a Raikou, I think one of each makes a lot of sense. I think Squawk is the only thing you could potentially argue for a 2 of, because it is so important on turn 1 going second if you want to go for an aggressive donk strategy. Flaffy, a 1/1 Flaffy makes a ton of sense in a deck like this, because you just need to be able to find it and use it. Zapdos as well as a Raichu V, because it's just your attackers. Now, 4 copies of Peony, 2 Research, and 2 Boss is the supporter engine. No reason to play Iono, in my opinion, because this deck is super aggressive, and you want to be ahead from minute 1. But the problem with not playing Iono, or so I realized during the challenge, is that like you have no way to come back into the game at any given point. And sometimes if your deck is forced to go first, this deck just kind of sucks, because now your Squawk and your VIP Pass are completely useless. And without Squawk, sometimes you can't Peony on turn 2 like you would be able to on turn 1. So that immediately becomes kind of a negative, an overall huge negative. There's 4 generators, there's 4 Ultra Balls, there's 3 Beach Court, and there's 2 copies of Pokemon Catcher in the deck. I guess you don't need the 2 Catcher, but I just figured it'd be funny to get there. And I think there's enough tools to be warranted that you play a Town Store, because there's 2 EXP shares and a Pokemon for a Sealstone. 2 Battle VIP Pass to help you find that turn 1 Mew and Squawkabilly. You don't really need to have more than 1 copy realistically, but having 2 means that you can go get Mew Squawk, or like Squawk plus Miraidon on turn 1 into Miraidon gets you more Pokemon into Research, and then gives you another out to finding a Mew later down the line, or like Squawk and Seize basically to finding Peony turn 1, finding more pieces, get to play the game the way you want to play. 2 EXP share, make sure we can play the mid to late game a little bit better, because we don't really get to have to all in on one thing and immediately lose our energy or attacker. 3 different switching options, Cart, Rope, and Switch, all of them good for different purposes, different reasons, but might as well. 1 for Sealstone and 2 Nest Balls are just more search and consistency. 1 copy of Super Rod, because we do want to put back Raichu potentially if he gets knocked out for the late game or we discard it early. The Flaffy line also as well. Let's say we Squawk and Seize the Flaffy, but we're able to get the Mareep in play. We can Super Rod it back and find it that way. 15 copies of Lightning Energies is very powerful for the deck. Like you need to find your generators. Like if your generators don't hit, you lose the game a lot of the time. So you need this to happen, and there's a double turbo as well. Now, if you're wondering why this picture looks like it was taken in the back of a car, it was. It was taken in the back of the car on my phone because I was too lazy to write out a deck list. That's the stage of the season that I am in for League Challenges and Cups. It's not good, ladies and gentlemen. It is not good. The passion needs to come back. That being said, let's jump into the tournament. I don't remember everyone's names I hit, so I'm just going to say their deck, and if I went first or second, because it's crucial for this deck, you want to go second every single time. In the first round, I played against a Turbo Lost Box, where I went first, and I didn't have the greatest of starts, and they were able to 110 into my Miraidon turn 2. Or sorry, into my Raikou turn 2 because I roped it, and then I was able to go attach to Raikou again and take a knockout. But in my mind, I was thinking if I could go Miraidon for hands, I could put hands onto the board and be in a good position. But I prized both my hands, which was really unfortunate. But I did get a Flaffy turn 2, which let me put an energy on the board and attack with Raikou, which I felt good about. And I hit double generator, I believe, to Miraidon as well. So I'm cooking. My first generator was 0. I got nothing off the first one. And then they were able to go Greninja, knock out my Flaffy, and put 90 onto Raichu, to which I responded with a Iron Hands that I now took off the prizes. I didn't even, I put it down, I attached to it, but I was able to go Boss onto the, I went Sealstone, get the Boss, use Boss on the Dragonite V that they put down, and I was able to get the Dragonite with the Zapdos in play, take 2 prize cards, and then Sableye came up, and Sableye my Raikou. I was able to move my active, and I just had to knock out the Sableye. No, I didn't knock out Sableye. I had Boss. Oh, no, I had Catcher. I went Peony for Catcher. Catcher heads. Bring up the Raikou on their bench. Take it out with my own attacker again. And now I was in a position where I just needed to take one more prize. I had a hands with 2 energy on it, a Flaffy in play. Oh, no more Flaffy, but like my board was like fully set up in a position where like an energy just lets me arm press, and I win the game on pretty much anything, and they conceded to me. Round 2, I played against a I'm blanking on what I played against. Wow, I don't remember. I just got back from this challenge too. Anyway, we'll move forward and see if I can come back to this one. But round 2, I did end up winning the round. Don't really. Oh, I didn't play against anything. I got down paired actually round 2. I was like, my memory's not that bad. I got down paired round 2 into an 0-1, and my opponent already left because this was like a late night challenge or late evening challenge. So they just decided that it wasn't worth their time, and they ended up leaving the tournament and going home. So I started 2-0. Technically, I guess I got a bye. I got 1-0, which is ridiculous. But now my resistance is tanked. So I have to kind of go 5-0. Round 3, I hit George, who's playing Zard, and he makes me go first, and I go Marie Pass. Into turn 2, I get to start playing the game. But like I was always 1 energy short of doing anything I wanted to do, and that ended up being like my like pretty big downfall at the end of the game, because I just was like 1 attack short of really doing anything. I think 1 attack short of winning the game in general. I had a play where I could have gone for the 6 energy Raichu on turn 2. Like I needed to hit research into Flaffy and a switching card, and I did get those 2 cards. But I like just didn't know if I should bank on it, and if I get the 6 energy knockout and he finds Candy Zard again, then I lose Raichu. I have no energy on the board. I can't even EXP share anything. So I thought maybe it's better to hit him for 220, make him find the boss's orders because he had no Pidgey in play, onto my Raichu that's on the bench. If he finds the boss's orders and takes 2 more, then I've just lost the game, and he did exactly that. Like he found Sealstone and used it. So 2-1, I'm pretty sure I'm just cooked. I can't win anymore. And then but I played it anyway because it's a short drive, and I like playing Pokemon. I enjoy it quite a bit. Round 4, I end up playing against Gardevoir Mewtwo Union, and I was forced to go first. I went attached pass. Turn 2, I got the hands off. No, I chose to. I got the hands off turn 2, and then turn 3, I got another hands off, and it was just like, what can you do here? It was funny because the end game they were able to go baby Gardevoir and knock out my hands, and I was able to respond with Raichu. Peony for catcher heads, bring up the Gardevoir EX, draw 3, needing to hit a psychic energy to win, or not psychic, lightning energy to win the game, and I did do exactly that. So down 3-1, and then round 4, I played against Comfy.deck. I won the flip finally, so I chose to go second, and they went Cram, Moon, Pass, and I went turn 1. I got the generator in hand with hands on bench. I went generator, hands, hit 1. Do the whole like Peony, get the bunch of guys, and like I think with my Peony I grabbed it was Sealstone was prize, so I grabbed generator, VIP pass, did the whole thing, generator, hit 2, got 2 on board onto the hands, Squawkabilly for 6, drew into the lightning to attach for turn, found switch cart to move my active, moved that, did that, attacked for Ampy very much. They benched Noivern and attached to it, which I assume Noibat, and then Noivern says no basics can attack it, so it's a little bit of a problem. But I just went Peony, pitch my whole hand, get Rope, kill the guy, and then they conceded the game because they had a Moon with like 1 card in the Lost Zone at this point, or 2 cards in the Lost Zone. And they just, like, I was up 4 prize cards, and so all I had to do was attack 2 times on anything. So I did finish 4-1, which is still a good record for myself. And I got 3rd, which is awesome, but I got 0 CP added to my grand total because my finishes are so good. I have tweeted about them before, and I will do a end of season recap for all of you guys who are interested after NAIC before we head to Worlds. So thank you for watching, and hopefully you enjoyed this tournament report, because we'll be heading to Vancouver, EUIC, and all this stuff that's going to be coming up soon. Peace out, guys. Hopefully we do well.